In the labyrinth of human experience, we find a profound connection between suffering and the pursuit of perfection. Through a series of enigmatic steps, the path to enlightenment unfolds not only by acquiring the knowledge found in the pages of books, but also through a deep understanding of the flow of life. At every moment of this journey, suffering becomes a form of refinement, which refines our being. This journey of enlightenment unveils a simple truth: each step in the expansion of our knowledge and wisdom comes at the cost of transmuting and transcending suffering. This suffering, akin to a familiar ache that has haunted us countless times, gains purpose as it serves as the cornerstone of our growth. The culmination of these steps leads us to a revelation, a discerning insight into the root cause of our anguish. Consider this principle as a guide that navigates both the realm of physical affliction, born of the shackles of disease, and the landscape of mental suffering, arising from the maze of erroneous thinking. When we discover the origins of a physical illness, we empower ourselves to avoid its dominion. In this revelation lies our armor against the attack of suffering. However, the pursuit is not limited to the realm of the physical. The mind, a realm more intimate and accessible, becomes our canvas for transformation. Here, the quest to unveil the causes of mental torment is akin to unearthing hidden gems. The mind, susceptible to our influence, offers itself as a canvas for our mastery. The causes of our mental disquiet are more readily unmasked, allowing us to eliminate them with precision, ensuring they trouble us no more. As we reflect on this perspective, we realize that the realm of bodily pain and mental anguish are intertwined by the threads of our consciousness. The agony that arises from direct bodily injury is distinct from the suffering woven by the fabric of disease. However, both teach us the same truth: through understanding, suffering can be minimized and transcended. In this grand odyssey of the human spirit, suffering morphs from a mere antagonist into a wise mentor. As each layer of anguish is unveiled and understood, it loses its grip on our being, paving the way for a harmonious existence. Now, let's further explore this perspective applied in our lives. Consider a state that embodies profound perfection, a fusion of mind and well-being. Even in this state, the sting of a cut or a wound would not escape our senses. However, the depth of his perfection lies not in the absence of pain, but in his perspective towards it. On the other hand, an individual in dissonance with this harmony between mind and well-being would encounter the same physical wound, but their mental reaction would amplify the pain, echoing with fear, turmoil, and anger. Thus, the mind adds another layer of suffering to the physical pain, making the pain seem greater. Despite the wisdom imparted by the great luminaries of thought, none have explicitly unveiled the secret to vanquishing bodily pain or erasing its sensations. This fact assumes importance, especially considering certain philosophies that aspire towards such a goal. The pursuit of rendering the body insusceptible to pain is not a new endeavor. Its roots can be traced back thousands of years to the East, where it was embraced as Hatha Yoga, a form of physical yoga. History tells us of yogis who could incise and harm their own bodies, yet remain untouched by pain. While this feat might seem like an accomplishment of sorts, it's essential to grasp that this ability does not necessarily indicate spiritual evolution. Interestingly, the concept of Hatha Yoga drew criticism in its day, labeled as black yoga or false yoga by the eminent sages of India. Their reasoning was profound: this path led not to health and enlightenment, but rather to the shadowlands of physical ailments and spiritual ignorance. It became evident that the true essence lay not in manipulating the body's response to pain, but in a different realm altogether. This authentic pursuit, heralded by the spiritually enlightened, is known as Raja Yoga, the kingly yoga. This path is a journey of the heart's purification and the mastery of the mind. It's a journey that bridges the physical and metaphysical realms, where it invites us to explore the realms of our being, to peer into the essence of suffering, and to awaken the hidden power that resides within, the power to transmute pain into wisdom and to reign over the kingdom of our own minds. Contained within their teachings are not just principles, but an entire method of existence. These methods, encapsulated within their precepts, are not just guiding words, but pathways to profound understanding. So, let us traverse this landscape together. A philosophical vision opens before us, and the wisdom of ages invites us to explore. In the midst of this exploration, it becomes clear that our effort should not revolve around numbing ourselves to physical pain. Firstly, to embrace such numbness is contrary to the natural order, and secondly, in doing so, we would unwittingly strip away the body's intrinsic defense mechanism, the very alarm system that protects us from harm. When physical pain knocks at our door, stemming from an injury, our path directs us to a dual response: mend the wound, soothe the hurt. And, when illness casts shadows that manifest as pain, we must discern the root, excavate the source, and thus release the pain by unearthing its origin. Our impulse to render ourselves impervious to the anguish of the mind, though a path pursued by some, is akin to forging an unnatural armor. However, it's fascinating to acknowledge that this feat can be partially achieved. Just as the ability to desensitize the body to pain holds limited promise, so does the endeavor to insulate the mind from suffering. In the same vein that the former route leads to bodily deterioration, the latter leads to a gradual crumbling of mental well-being. It's a path that drifts further from the shores of truth, demanding eventual retrace. However, the pain of the mind, too, is not impervious to transformation. The key lies not in numbing the heart, but in nurturing its softness. Through a dedication to virtuous thoughts and deeds, the mind undergoes an alchemical process. Slowly, within this crucible of practice, the cause of the mind's distress becomes conspicuous. In this illumination lies the path to liberation. As we go deeper, we find that once the cause of a particular mental anguish is revealed, its potency wanes. The thought that triggered the action that led to the pain loses its vigor, and its hold on us wears away, as if weakened by the currents of time. So, our path is not to desensitize or harden, but to understand, to heal, and to unveil. The terrain before us offers the chance to transcend, not through barricades, but through illumination. With this perspective, we feel that the frequency of the pain diminishes with each encounter, eventually dissipating completely. This wisdom is not just ordinary, it is a divine knowledge that develops hand in hand with resilience, contentment, and an understanding of life's ups and downs. Intriguingly, the majority of us reside in a realm where happiness and sorrow intermingle. And it's from this intricate backdrop that the sage emerges, viewing every facet through a different lens. Even in the presence of pain, the wise do not merely endure, they use pain as a ladder leading to higher realms of understanding. It is as if pain becomes a beacon, a clear signpost indicating that a deviation from the path has occurred. With this insight, the sage embarks on a quest to trace the steps back to their source, to find that elusive turning point where perceptions have been distorted, actions have diverged, or beliefs have gone astray. And, do you know what the main tool used at that moment is? It's self-awareness. Through deep introspection, a flashlight guides them into the depths of self-reflection. Every ounce of pain becomes a cryptic message, a whisper from the depths, urging the seeker to discover the foundation of their suffering. This exploration is no mere undertaking, it is the excavation of the subconscious, the discovery of patterns woven into the tapestry of existence. With each layer of understanding peeled away, the sage becomes not just an observer, but a master of their own narrative. The crucible of pain, once seen as a harbinger of despair, transforms into a crucible of alchemy. Here, the impurities of ignorance are subjected to fierce examination, while errors and faults are exposed to the flame of conscience. This transformative process is a gradual dissolution of the shackles of unconsciousness, a journey towards the essence of truth. In this profound transformation, pain changes its role. It evolves from a mere sensation to a messenger of awakening. Its presence no longer signifies mere distress, it shines a light on the path to enlightenment. Therefore, we must understand that life's challenges, even its painful facets, are invitations to embark on a journey of self-mastery. Through introspection, we have the power to refine ourselves, to transmute the weight of suffering into the gold of wisdom. This journey is rich with revelations, and as we walk its winding paths, we discover the treasures that lie within, the treasures of self-awareness, understanding, and the transformational embrace of the wisdom of pain. When we understand this, we realize that the boundaries of misconception, false beliefs, and narrow perspectives crumble like wax. It is akin to an alchemical transformation, where every thought is distilled and every belief is transmuted. As the flame of understanding engulfs them, they emerge from this crucible not as they were, but as refined and enlightened versions of themselves. This phenomenon isn't confined to the abstract, it's a universal principle that transcends time. The process begins with a seemingly mundane trigger, pain. Yes, pain. This experience, often unwelcome, unfurls as a catalyst for growth and self-discovery. It's as though pain becomes a wise teacher, nudging the seeker out of their comfort zone. It's an invitation to step into the unknown, to confront the barriers that have kept us confined. The path is akin to an expansive vista. As they traverse the terrain of their discomfort, they encounter lessons that weave wisdom into their very being. These lessons, birthed through pain, are precious gems. They grant insights that cannot be acquired through ease alone. Through this, the wise soul unfurls its wings, soaring to higher realms of wisdom and understanding. The sage, unlike many, acknowledges that the path to wisdom isn't devoid of pain, rather, it's intertwined with it. They don't shy away from challenges, nor do they retreat from difficulties. What emerges is not just a refined individual, but a soul that has undergone a metamorphosis. So, remember, within pain's enigmatic grasp lies the code to our personal and spiritual evolution. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others so they can benefit from this message. And don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, reflections, and experiences. Again, thank you for watching and for joining me. Take care and see you soon.